I want to start on that breaking news. Could this be some sort of capitulation that we're seeing from the Chinese as we move into phase 2 of these trade negotiations, given that we've now got the coronavirus potentially derailing the economic situation in China, perhaps in the short term, trying to get on the front foot and reducing these tariffs, perhaps in goodwill?
It could well be. I mean, I think that the Chinese authorities surely want to avoid anything in the nature of excess costs that might actually limit the recovery from this virus incident. So, yeah, it could be, Matt. We'll just have to wait and see. But certainly it's a positive measure, I think.
Absolutely, Kingsley. So this is going to be interesting to watch because it does appear that China is offering more concessions as its economy continues to come under pressure here. We actually spoke with the chief economist of Invesco late yesterday, who said that China's slowdown is significantly more serious than what's being reflected in the data. Just today, we also have analysts and economists downgrading their forecast for 2020. Are you concerned about the outlook for China?
Well, we certainly have this near-term risk regarding China with the supply chains, with the very necessary infection control measures that they've put in place across China, locking down Wuhan and then severely restricting other travel and activities. And you'll no doubt see some shortages of different items, and that feeds into overall production levels for things like autos. And I therefore think at least the first half of this year is going to be pretty soft for China.
What about more broadly for Asia? You say that Asian markets are under a cloud for another month or so in the wake of what we're seeing with respect to the virus, but the markets would, I guess, have to disagree with you. The Kospi up 2% today, the Japanese market now up by 2.5%, China markets extending gains as well, Shanghai up by another 1% and Hong Kong 2%.
Well, the best outcome would be for our prognosis there to be wrong. And so I'd be quite happy to see markets shrug this off if we were able to maintain production levels. But what I would point out is that this is a pretty volatile situation as far as the news flow goes. And our concern, and the reason why we're just a little bit cautious on Asia for the next month, is the knock-on effects of that pool of virus which seems to have gotten out of China, which is still very small. And the WHO and other authorities are working hard to prevent growth. But, until we get some confidence that we're not going to see it find root, as it were, in other places, I think we do have to be just a little bit cautious.